Hey everyone, what's going on? It's been a long time since I made any videos, but there's a lot of hot topics out there. I just want to throw my hat in the ring and talk about this so-called alleged debate. And I'm going to point out one thing that I haven't heard many people talk about. First of all, the obvious is right in front of us. We all know that
in taxes. If
that
they just paid 24%,
that the the president is having some type of cognitive difficulties. We all witnessed that, right? That's obvious. That's being put in front of you. This is like almost like a magician's trick, or like a 3-card monte game, whereas you're being shown something obvious. Like look under cup number 3. There's the ball or whatever is being hidden. Look over there, right? So what you were shown in the debate is basically a big distraction. Look over here. Look at how the president is stumbling, how he looks really old, and he looks like he's kind of out of it. And it's no disrespect, it's just going on based how he looks. Like if somebody came in for a job interview looking like that, and talking like that, you would think, I don't think they can do this job. I don't think they're all there 100%. And the guy's 81 years old. No disrespect, there's 81-year-old men and women that are in great shape. It's just the way he came across and comes across consistently is somebody that is definitely in some type of cognitive decline. In contrast, Trump, whether you like him or not, right? Whether you're into the whole red and blue thing, Trump, being his age, he seems sharp and he's on point, right? And he doesn't look like he has these cognitive disabilities. I'm just gonna play this short clip and then I'm gonna get right to the point that I wanted to make at the beginning.
25%, either one of those numbers. They'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying.
See, again, if you didn't even catch that part at the end where the host comes in and pretty much stops Biden from just going on rambling about Medicare. We don't know what he really was saying or anything like that. But again, that's not the point. That's something that the whole world witnessed and saw. And this is something that, again, those on the right side of the aisle, if you will, have been claiming for the longest time that there's something wrong. And again, right, it doesn't pass the eye test. So this is being put in front of you. Now, on the other side, right, the Democratic side, they have to say, oh, he's sharp as a tack. He has a photographic memory. And again, you can go on YouTube and look at, these compilation videos where, people are like making fun and all this stuff like that. But one thing, a nice rule of thumb to go by is that if the mainstream media is telling you something over and over again, go in the opposite direction. If they're going out of their way to tell you how sharp the president is, how he has a photographic memory, how he's a mentor and leader, and all of this stuff like that. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. All right, back again. Sorry about that. So basically, I guess what I was saying is these things are like real obvious. So you have all these media outlets basically, replaying all of these different segments from the debate. Oh, look, Biden is senile, or he's, this and that. And basically, it's like you have two sides, right? The left or the Democratic side of downplaying it, like, yeah, it was a bad night, but Trump was lying, blah, 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 right? And then the other side is saying, look, this guy is not fit. They're talking about it. This guy is not fit. He's unhealthy. He's not fit to to run office. His wife had to help him down the stairs and all this stuff. And so that is basically the smoke screen that is being created. But however, I want to ask everyone out there in the audience this simple question. When is the last time, and this is of course for older people, right? Because younger people haven't experienced that many presidential elections. But when is the last time that you have seen a presidential debate in the month of June? This debate was June 27th, I believe. When is the last time you've seen a presidential debate this early? And you might say, well, what's the significance? I'm going to get into the significance of it in 1 second. I'm going to bring up this the answer to that question. Okay, so this website right here is the American Presidency Project, and you can see the description at the top of the screen. Presidency.uscb.edu. So check that out if you want to follow up on what I'm about to say here. But this right here, this particular website and page that I'm on shows the presidential candidates debates from 1960, right, all the way to 2024, right, which is the one we just had. And this is the source of my information. Okay, so 2024, June 27th, 2024, we see the presidential debate in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the one that we just witnessed, and there will be one September 10th, 2024, ABC Studios. And this is general election. And notice 2024, we see primary election, Republican Party. So we're not talking about those debates, right? Those are for the primaries, for the those that wish to become president out of their particular parties. So we're going to skip those and just look at general election, because the question I asked is, when was the last time we saw a presidential debate in June? And again, in the 2020 general election, we see presidential debate October 22nd. There was one scheduled for the 15th, but it was canceled. September 29th. And then this one was a vice presidential debate, right? So nothing, right? It's in October. And again, you see the Democratic Party primary election debate. So we're going to skip that. We're going to go to 2016. This is the year Trump became president. And we see the debates are all in October except this one, September 26th. And so you can see the trend, and you can see where I'm going at here. 2016, right? These are just primary elections for the Democrat and Republican Party. A lot of debates going on, right? 2012. Again, October. Everything's in October. Let's go to 2008. The year Obama was elected. Again, all the presidential debates are in October except one, right? September 26th. Again, skipping the Republican and Democratic primaries. 2004. Again, October. And we have one late September. So basically, you can see the trend that they're all in October. And if there is one in September, it's late September. Again, 2000, right? This is the year of Bush versus Gore, right? When people say the Republicans stole the election, right? So there's always these claims of from one side or the other who's stealing the election. And I'm just showing this because I want people to be able to open their eyes. Don't get caught up in what you're being shown. It's just like a magic show, right? The magician is distracting you, right, with whatever it is he's showing you. He's like, hey, look at this rabbit over here, or look at these shiny trinkets over here, and then he's doing something with his right hand, right? While you're looking at the left hand, he's doing everything with the right hand. You know, while you're distracted with what's going on the stage, there's somebody, you know, in the back, right behind the curtains, you know, setting up, right, his grand finale or something like that, if you will. So this is just another one of those scenarios. And again, I'm going to show you why. So I'm taking my time here. So again, we saw in the general election, Bush versus Gore, 2000. Again, we're going to skip the primaries of both parties. 96, right? Bill Clinton, right? This is second term. Again, October. General election. 92, again, Bill Clinton, general election. Right? This is when Bill Clinton had those back-to-back terms, right? I believe he defeated Dan Quayle in 92 or 96. I can't remember. I know Dan Quayle was vice president for George Bush Sr. and then I think he ran for president and Clinton defeated him, but I can't remember if it was 96 or 92. I know Clinton won both elections, but I can't remember who he defeated. He might have defeated the senior Bush in the first election and then Quayle in the second, but I don't remember. All right, 88. Now we're going back into the Reagan era again. October, September. Again, you see the trend. 84. Again, Reagan. Right? I'm sorry, 88 was George Bush Sr.'s first term. 84 was Reagan's second term. Again, 1980, this is when Reagan defeated Jimmy Carter. 76, this is Jimmy Carter. And again, October, general election. So I guess back in the days, they didn't have debates for the, you know, the primaries, because basically from 96 back, it's just all presidential debates. So 76, right, Jimmy Carter. We see the presidential debates again, all in October, except the one in late September. In 1960, that's Kennedy and Nixon, all in October, except one in late September. All right. So again, my question is, after all of these years, right, from 1960, right, we're talking about 60 something years, right, 64 years. All of a sudden you throw a presidential debate in June 27th. That doesn't seem suspicious to you guys? A little suspect? So here's my theory. I'm not even gonna say it's my theory. I mean, because, you know, the way human consciousness works, I mean, many people around the globe will think similar thoughts, right, at the same time, you know, or at different times. So I'm not gonna be that selfish to think that I have this brilliant mind and I thought of, you know, maybe, you know, I'm sure there's other people that raise the eyebrow also, right? The thought is out in the air, you know. That's how God works sometimes. Just will put the clues out there, you know, with that you know, with the idea that if you seek, you shall find, right? Like like it's there, but you got to be willing to like look, right? There's also, you know, some good words in a good book, right? He that has ears, right, let him hear, right? You know, and if you have eyes, you know, You see, it's not talking about your physical eyes and your physical ears. It's looking beyond, right? So while everybody's laughing and joking, right, at the state of Biden and him making all of these gaffes and walking stiff as the Terminator, right, and looking crazy, people are being distracted and not looking at the real, the real reasons. There's very smart people behind these both of these parties, right? There's no way that they would do that intentionally. They're not trying to just throw away the election like that, right? They do want to have their representative in power, and I use my words very carefully. I say representative because I mean, for people to think that, okay, there's just one guy running the country and I mean, you could think what you want, right? There's just one person running the country. But if you think that somebody in that cognitive state is just running the country and nobody is behind the scenes, or whether it's corporate entities or just families, right, that just don't want to be seen. Because I've always believed that the most powerful people are those that you don't even know about. Right? They're not on TV. They're not in media, right? They're not campaigning, going from city to city, trying to get you to vote for them, right? The most powerful people are people that you don't know about, families that you've never heard of. All right? That's what my research and studying has shown to me, right? But I'm not saying this to try to convince you that, hey, don't vote or, anything like that. But I'm just saying these things to make some people curious, maybe look a little further into things. And again, to ask yourself the question, right? You see the debate yourself or parts or clips of the debate by now. Ask yourself, you think that that person is really in charge? Let's use that word in air quotes, in charge and running the country. So that's like a different topic altogether. But again, to stay focused, the question I ask is, why after 60 years do we have a debate in June? All right. So my idea, right, my feeling about it is straightforward. I feel that the Democratic Party has known for some time, just like the common people have known, right, that there's some health issues at bay, right? That the president does not look healthy, does not look like he is mentally cognizant all the time. Right, he walks very stiffly, and then sometimes you can see just the look on his face, that blank look. He kind of looks like Muhammad Ali would look at times, like in his late stages of like Parkinson, how he would just have that blank look. And again, it's no disrespect, just just explaining like how it looks to me. So I don't know if it's a result of being on medication or it's just like he's deteriorating, but like they say, it doesn't pass the eye test. And so what I think is that the Democrats said, hey, let's just kind of throw this one away, right? Just let's see how it goes, basically. So they put him out there. They saw it was a debacle. And now, since it's so early in the process, it gives them time to possibly get someone else to run for the presidency, right? Because they're able to easily come up with some kind of scheme where he has to step down or something, or even try to have the vice president Kamala Harris step in. And there's enough time, since it's not so late, right, and close to the election, there's enough time to get somebody else to take over. And I think that was the idea behind putting him out there so early like that. They knew he had all of these problems. They were like, okay, let's see how it goes, right? And based on that, now they can say, you know what, maybe we need to, check the polls and all that kind of stuff like that. And then they can see basically, okay, this is the direction that we need to go, go in now. And they have plenty of time. Just imagine if this debate took place in October, right? Right before the election. It'd be a disaster. Like guaranteed loss for the party. I'm not saying it might be a guaranteed loss now, but if it was like, a month before the election or something like that, it would be a wrap. But again, when these changes are made like this, it's very very suspicious to me. And again, I've been looking into these things for years, and these things aren't just arbitrary. Like, oh, it doesn't matter, let's have the debates now. These debates been going on. It's been the same time like clockwork, as I've shown you, since 1960, right? Maybe there's another site where it goes back even further. Like I didn't even look. I didn't even go back past 1960, actually. So, I mean, somebody else could maybe want to do more research and go back, but and to me that was enough. For 60 years, and the debates are always in October or September. So anyway, that's my video for today. It's a short video, not a big production. I know a lot of you that have been subscribers to the channel, like in the past, used to me like reading books and stuff like that, which I love to do. It's just YouTube gives me such a hard time, about it, that it's hard to get anything monetized. Like right now, my channel is not even like monetized, right? So it's kind of like I've been, kind of like on a little hiatus and just figuring out, like, I want, to share information, but YouTube's giving me a hard time. So I'm like, well, how can I go about it? So, but this is something that has sparked my interest. I saw that everyone was on, on this thing, like, oh, look how bad the debate was and this and that. Again, don't be fooled by the by the trinkets, by the shiny and bright objects that the magicians put in front of your face, and try to look at the why. Look at the background. What's the motive? What's the feeling that they're trying to instill in you, or the emotion, right? What are they trying to, try to look a little deeper, Don't look at the surface. Again, you should have learned a lot of this stuff from the again, air quotes, from the pandemic, right? When the media is telling you something over and over and over and over again, it's usually going the opposite direction. There's a reason they tell you something over and over and over and over again, right? I don't even have to mention. All I have to do is say safe and effective, right? You remember that over and over. Safe and effective, right? Mandates. Oh, you gotta do this. You can't go inside this building and that building. All of this stuff. And now it's like, what happened? What happened? It just went away. Like, what's So the propaganda machine is definitely real. But again, I love, I'm not a big religious, person. But I do love the Bible quotes, man, because there's a lot of wisdom, And one of my favorite scriptures, it says that in the last days, and I'm just paraphrasing off the top of my head, but it says in the last days, it says the deception will be so great that even the elect will be deceived, which has always been interesting, because, I remember thinking, like, when I was younger, I was like, well, if somebody's elect and chosen, how could they be deceived? But what it's saying is that the deception will be so strong that people that know, that people that have, the knowledge, be able to be swayed right off, from making the right choices and right decisions. And you know, I know every age says that they're in that age, you know, but man, like with the technology, with the AI, right, the ability to fake, you know, voices and fake, you know, video footage and all of this things like that. I mean, deception is great. You know, it's easy to put out fake, you know, fake quotes and say, "Oh, Donald Trump said this," you know, and you can even make a, you know, AI, you know, with, you know, sound like Trump and be like, "Oh, look what he said," and by the time it's debunked, you know, millions and millions of people have heard it. So we're living in an age of great deception, but the great thing about that is there's also great truth available, because everything is by contrast. You can't have truth without a lie. You know, you can't have deception, you know, without the truth. Like it has to be, you know. So even though there's a lot of deception, the truth is there. So just try to keep your eyes open, you know, stay mentally awake, you know, and focus, or as the old timers used to say, stay sucker free, you know, and don't fall for the okie doke. Always, you know, look, you know, and try to look a little deeper. So with that said, man, I want to hear your comments below. Tell me what you think, you know, about the debate, about everything. You know, get in those comments. Please, you know, give a thumbs up. Everybody always asks for the same stuff. Thumbs up. Like you guys already know what, you know, what to do if you want to keep the channel afloat, and you know, subscribe and all that stuff like that. You know, I'll put a little donation link, you know, help out, because like I said, the channel's not even monetized. You know, YouTube been giving me a hard time, but I do want to you know, put more content out there, and you know, I just hope you guys support the channel, and you know, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see y'all later.